What's up guys, I'm Chris Doughty, aka Doughtinator. In this video I'm going to show you exactly how to create this image on screen using nothing but GT Sport Scapes. Welcome back to the channel. We've got another tutorial video for you here, this time about scapes in GT Sport. A superb feature within GT Sport, incredibly powerful, but there's some tips and tricks I'm going to share with you now which aren't quite intuitive. So we're going to go into scapes now. To create the scene we've got at the start of the video that I showed you, we want a high light content scene. So we use the art trucks scene. It's a dark scenes, lots of bright lights in the background. These tips will work for any scene that's got a lot of bright lights in the background, set at night, but we're going to choose scene number 8. This is going to give me the look that I really want to deliver, and I'm going to choose to place our car. In this example, I'm going to choose the Race Asylum Corvette. Absolutely fantastic livery, Race Asylum branded. If you do want to check out Race Asylum, there'll be a link to the Discord below. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. What I want to do, I want to just put the car in the scene, align it closer to the light sources, put it sideways on, get the headlights on. Always looks fantastic with the headlights. Now, what I want to use is a travel speed. I want the car to be moving. Now, as you can see here, in between the gap on the menu that I'm showing you, below the car, is where you set travel speed, but we can't choose that option. It's grayed out. There's no way to do it. What you have to do, you have to move across to the camera tab, scroll down to where it says pan shot settings, and choose this to be on. This then enables, in the car tab, this enables travel speed. So by default, travel speed is 50 miles an hour. You can choose whatever you want between these numbers here, from 0 to 124 or something. We're going to start off with 70 something. We're going to just position our camera to be the right kind of focus that we want it to be on, using the square button to choose the focus, which is the car. What we also want to do is to blur the background a little bit. So we're going to lower the aperture, and then also to create more blur, we're going to go with a lower shutter speed. So we're just going to set that shot to render now, and boom, there we go. Instant fantastic shot there. As you can see, it's not exactly like our preview image, but we're going to talk about more details later. But we've got that superb hyperspeed look to the car. So the background is streaked across because the camera's panning with the car. So we want to get more streaks, so we're going to lower the shutter speed even more and hit render once more. But this time we're going to get an error. On screen right now is an error basically to say that the car had moved out of shot by the time it moved out of the scape scene. So we're going to lower the, increase the shutter speed a little bit more to try and capture the car in there. Between shutter speed and also the car vehicle travel speed, you want to balance this to get the most streaks possible. You see, we're almost there. We're not going to save that image. But what we're going to do now is we're going to lower the vehicle travel speed. Basically, the car is still moving a bit too fast for it to be captured within the scape scene. All of this stuff you should play with to get it how you want it to be. Rendering, once again, it doesn't take particularly long. And there we go. The streaks are much longer. The kind of background blur is there. And we've got an awesome image, and it just looks fantastic. You can do this with many of the scape scenes. Play about with the shutter speed, play about with the exposure, play about with the car travel speed. Once you've understood how to enable the travel speed, there are so many options available to you. And the travel speed is relative to the direction that the car is facing. So in this example here, we're going to rotate the car to 45 degrees or so. And then we're going to just make sure the focus point is still set where we want it to be. Hit the render again, and then as it renders, we're going to get the error message again. The car's traveling too fast to be captured within the scene, but sometimes it can look cool. It can give you a really kind of artistic look to it. But what we're going to do now, we're going to increase the shutter speed a little bit so the car is still captured within the scene itself. and then we're rendering once more again, and then it's going to produce again a fantastic shot. It's going to get the background super blurry, the high intensity lights are just looking superb against the contrast here. And you can even do it driving towards the camera. The Scapes scene is it's not real life, so you can have something that's traveling in something that is quite unachievable in real life, but it can create some fantastic looks. As you can see here, it looks like we're basically followed by a bunch of trucks all traveling along, even though the Scapes scene is a static scene. Yeah, travel speed in GT Sport Scapes opens up such a huge variety of things you can do. You can also add in another car. So right now we're going to move the cars around. We're going to go and choose to place a new car. In this instance, we're going to grab the Dodge Viper Race Asylum livery, of course, and that's going to put the car into the scene. We're going to now rotate it, line it up to where we want it to be. Important thing to remember is that each car has its own travel speed. So as you can see here, we've got the Viper set at 50 miles an hour, or of course we'll just put all the headlights on, make it look cool. So the Viper's set to 50 miles an hour. We can change that to a different speed. Then you can choose the car, back to choosing the Corvette. Then you can change that car's travel speed, and then you can get a bit of a difference between the travel speeds when you come to make the render. You can choose which car is the focus for the Scapes shot. In this case, we're going to choose the Corvette. And below that, you can actually see the tracking rate. The higher that percentage is, the better the camera tracks to the car you've chosen. 90% is default, but you can choose depending what you want to do. And here you see it, another fantastic shot. 2 cars in the mix. I think you can have up to 3 cars in some of the Scapes. But you can just create some superb artistic shots with Scapes, travel speed, a lot of the high intensity light backgrounds which are set at night, and there you have it. You can create some awesome images from that. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to create some images yourself. If you have found the video useful, smash that like button, consider subscribing. We're all about sharing tips and tricks, whether it be on the racetrack, in Scapes, livery editor, menus, anything. We're all about that stuff. Consider subscribing. It's always appreciated, and we'll catch you in the next one.